Welcome to Subramani. Many people keep asking me, and I have done videos of this in the past as to how to pick a financial advisor. What are the criteria that one has to use? So, let me give you an example. Now, suppose I want to buy a sports watch. I have a range, but largely it will come down to Garmin, which has perhaps the worst strap in the world. It's got a decent watch, but these watches are expensive and don't have too long a shelf life. So today you could buy a Samsung phone and a Samsung watch, or you could buy an Apple phone and an Apple watch. Almost all phones and have their linked watches. So you could go and you pick up a watch basically because you got that phone. You could do that, or as in my case, I just call up a friend who is a complete fan for these things. He knows it very well, and I just call him up and say, I want to buy a watch. Which one should I buy? And he tells me, buy this. This got this feature, this got that feature, and all I have to do is to say, okay, let me buy this watch. There's no great thinking needed on my part. Same thing, suppose you want to buy a car. Let's talk of a 23-year-old who wants to buy a car, and she wants to just go around, maybe go to office, but maybe she's just a Sunday driver. She's not going to use the car for a day-to-day thing, because getting a place to park in say a Lower Parel or BKC is quite a nightmare unless you are in a big company which has a lot of own parking. But you're 23-year-old, chances are that you will not get parking. There will be others who have already taken up the place, so you may decide to use it only at the weekend. Or there is a 32-year-old who is expecting a second baby. She also drives, her husband also drives, so they need a bigger car to keep a lot of things in it, and with two babies two kids traveling, chances are you'll have some 7-8 bags. You need space, you need boot space, you need maybe a nurse or an ayah or a mother or somebody is going to travel along. So it will be 3 adults and 2 kids, so it can't really be a hatchback, right? It has to be something bigger. Or a 65-year-old who is wanting to indulge himself and saying, okay, let me spend some money, let me buy a bigger car, let me hire a driver, let me travel in comfort, let me use my money for myself. So here you realize that you can't go and just ask which car should I buy. It depends on you, your age, your need for a car, your happiness in driving. Now, if you want to drive, then you want a different car. If you want a driver to drive, you want a different car. Again, like that girl, if she's going to use it only and she's a Sunday driver and 5 people want to go to one place, though then she may take her car out. If she's alone, she may not even take the car, she may walk, she may take a rig. Her own office is far away, so she's not going to take it to the office. So based on all this, you will make a decision. You will not go to a showroom which sells a 5 lakh rupee car and to a showroom which sells a 1 crore rupee car, right? Because you have in your mind made up saying that this is the amount of money that you're going to spend on a car, this is your requirement, all that is already there in your head. You can't just call up somebody and say, oh, you're a car expert, tell me which car to buy, right? So then he or she is going to ask you the same questions. Which car, why, what is your budget? If your budget is 50 lakhs and you're 23 years of age, you go for a Mercedes, right? Or you go for a Jaguar. You spend a little, you make a down payment and you pay by EMI, right? Or if you say, no, my budget is only about 5-6 lakhs, then you're restricted. So similarly, when you want to buy a house, the 23-year-old may be buying a house just because she's in a different location and she's got money. Her father is saying, why don't you buy a house instead of renting? So she may buy a 1 BHK. Whereas the 32-year-old who has got 2 kids and mother is going to stay with her, so she needs at least maybe a 3 BHK, one for herself, one for the kids and one for her mother. So she may want a 3 BHK. So you did not ask an advisor, you did not need an advisor to take these decisions. Why do you need somebody's help to take a decision about what to look for in a financial advisor or how to select a financial advisor? Again, I'll start from the basics. What are you looking for in a financial advisor? A complete financial plan or just the investment portion? You know how to do your goal setting, you know what are your goals, you know all that. You don't need a financial planner, but you need somebody who will tell you, okay, should I do it in direct equity or should I do through mutual funds, right? How to pick which mutual fund. If you need help there, then you need an investment advisor, not a financial advisor. A financial advisor should be able to take the full thing, look at your risk tolerance, see what your requirements are today, what it could be, ask you questions about what it would be after 4 years, 5 years. And another very important question is, what is your ability to sit through such sessions? Some people will happily sit through, some people will say, oh, all this I can do on my own, I don't need an advisor to do this. Some people will say, all this is very easy, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. So what level of involvement do you want? Do you really want to do it on a day-to-day basis? Is it very difficult? No. Are you willing to spend your time? The financial industry has certain problems because of which looking for an advisor is difficult. First of all, I know one girl who is an advisor on credit, right? How to take credit. Should you take a student loan? Should you not take a student loan? Which credit card to buy? What should be your credit score? She does advisory on that. She is also a financial advisor. Then there are people who tell you, who will do your goal setting, etc., and tell you, oh, this is a long-term goal, put this money in equity, etc. That is also a financial advisor. They may not be very great investment advisors, but they're financial advisors. So they do a reasonable job of sitting with you, finding your requirement and choosing an investment option. The third person could be just a pure execution guy whom you say, acha, buy me this share, buy me this mutual fund. They will do it for you. They are execution people. They will charge you money for doing the execution, right? It's called brokerage or whatever else you want to call it. So you decide at what level you want involvement. It is like your, let's say even something like your income tax return filing. Is it very complicated? Is it very difficult? No, but it requires some effort. You have to go down to your broker's website, download your capital gain statement, get your dividend statement. Again, 26 AS is available, so all of that dividends will be there. Get your bank statement, collate everything, and then sit and calculate. Is it difficult? Is it complicated for a salaried person? No, it's not really, because you have your form 16 where everything is already tabulated. You got your dividend income, you got your capital gains to be which is also given to you today more or less in a ready form, whether by the mutual fund industry or by a broker. So is it very difficult to do? No. But maybe you're earning about 80 lakhs, your wife is also earning about 70-80 lakhs, and you realize that for 5,000 rupees somebody is willing to file your return. You say, "Theek hai, I don't want to do it, I'll delegate it." Now you can sit and fill up all the capital gains requirement, all the capital gains that you have incurred in the form. You can do it yourself, but you may say, no, I'd rather spend my Saturday, Sunday watching an England versus Australia cricket match. I don't want to do this. It's a priority that you are making. Similarly, for your financial advisor, you decide at what level you want the financial advisor to give you advice. We have also in the financial industry not made it very easy, because what is a financial advisor changes a lot. Is he a product salesman who is masquerading as an advisor, or is he really wise enough to be able to give advice, right? You need to know all that. Is he a guy who's got fantastic Excel skills and nothing more than that, then doing calculations and showing it to you is different? Or has he spent a lot of time in the industry and he knows what he is doing, right? So these are questions to ask. Is he a person who is already dealing with others, or is he a person who is full-time into something else and just doing this because it's his hobby, right? Then if it's his hobby, he's not regulated at all. So chances are he's teaching you things which you may or may not need, may or may not find it useful, but you may or may not go to him, right? So him or her, right? So the question is, what level of advice do you need? What level of advice are you going to use? How much do you want to do on your own? How much do you want it done by that person? Then there are some more questions to answer, like will you go to him for a full-time advice? Do you want him to make every choice for you, right? Or is it that you're only for some specific requirements you're going and saying, okay, I need to buy this house, from where should I pull my money, right? So that kind of advice. then the answer has to be very different. How hands-on or hands-off do you want to be? Do you want to just call up and say, hello, I got 5 lakhs, please invest? Or do you want to sit and say, oh, look, I'm already 70% in equity, can I put more money in debt? Do you want to do even that, or you don't even want to do that? You say, okay, I've checked this person for competence, now I know he knows my risk taking ability, need to take risk, everything, so let him handle. I don't need to do or let her handle. I don't need to do anything on a regular basis. How technologically advanced are you? Some people can be in very high positions but not have any technology, right? So they may still be filling physical form and not using technology to invest. There are such people, believe me. Now when you have that, then which means if you're a person who wants to actually physically fill up a form, that person should be near your house or near your office so that you can meet. Now if you are very tech savvy, then you're based in Bangalore, you could have an advisor based in Chennai, or you could have an advisor based in Mumbai. It doesn't really matter. So the question is also how technologically advanced you are. And another thing is, how involved do you want to be as a family? You, your wife, your children, or if you're very young, if you're 23, maybe your parents, right? So how involved do you want them to be? Do they all have a view? Will you all contribute? Do you have some investment philosophy of saying, oh, I will not invest in a fund which is giving money on interest, I will not do some of those things, my religion does not allow any of those things? If you have those specific philosophies, then you should consider all these things before you take up a financial advisor. If you're 23 years, my suggestion is very simple: take a 40-year-old, because he or she will bring more maturity. If you're a 65-year-old, take a 55-year-old. Don't try to intimidate a 30-year-old saying, oh, I know what I've been investing for 30 years, because then this 22-year-old or a 28-year-old is going to get intimidated. All that you said is going to get reflected in your portfolio to your disadvantage. He or she may not use their brain because they may be too scared to tell you that you're wrong, right? So find somebody for whom you have respect, who will do exactly what you want from your philosophy point of view, who will take care of the execution. Or you could want a person who is just telling you what to do and you have to be responsible for the execution. So decide on what you want, based on that start shopping, and then you buy. And I'm not here, I will not put up a list of advisors, etc. It's a complete, I think I have no clue how that list could get misused, and I know lists get misused. So I'm not here to spoon feed you saying, oh, so and so Mr. X in Pune will do it for you, Mr. Y in Bangalore will do it for you. For some people who reach me, I tell them, okay, I can give you this, I can connect you to this person. I am not interested in doing it, right? I do it, but only for very selective people, and I'm not doing it commercially now. So I will not do all that for you. So please use this video to learn how to look for an advisor, rather than finding end of the video saying, oh, Mr. X from Chennai is great, or Mr. Y from Bangalore is great, or Mr. Z from Bombay is the best. I'm not going to do it. That will never be available on this channel. Thank you.